Hi guys, and welcome to week 9 of Mental Mondays. So, yesterday was Easter, and there was also another major thing that happened on that date, specifically that date, 1 year ago. It has officially been a year since my knee surgery. I thought I'd give a little update on that for this week's Mental Monday, on top of kind of use that to talk about the healing process, because it is a process, and I feel like that is majorly a part of pretty much everything I've talked about so far. March 27th, 2015, I had my knee surgery. It was right before Easter last year. There was 1 week with stitches, and then I got to go back and get them out. It did feel different after I got them out because they were actually starting to pull really, really bad when I tried to move. And so it was restricting my movement, and I was very, very ready to get them out the time that appointment came around. At that same appointment, a week post-op, I was given permission to walk with crutches or my immobilizing brace. I had this really long brace on that basically covered my whole leg, that kept my knee from bending, so that while it was weak and still healing, I couldn't fall and hurt it. And it very much restricted my movement. Without crutches, if I had the brace on and kind of more securely try to start the process of moving normally. Of course, that didn't come for quite a while. In fact, I'm really not fully back to that yet. All of that is still, even at this moment, in process. After about 5-ish weeks, I then was able to go without the brace. I was at the point of trying to start physical therapy. So I spent those 6 weeks very, very worried about being able to move my knee. I was not to that point yet, and in fact, it hurt, sometimes excruciatingly so, to try to move my knee or to try to bend it. If I bent it more than I could handle yet, it hurt very, very much, and that concerned me. I was worried about what the end result would look like and how much I might lose of my knee because of this. If you don't know, I will link that video below where I talked about it, because I did talk about it. I had knee surgery to repair a ligament that tore when I dislocated my knee 9 years ago. I had not been to a doctor that had pinpointed what was wrong yet. A couple of them kept trying to send me back to physical therapy, and physical therapy was doing nothing. Come to find out, my ligament tore the very first time I dislocated my knee, probably. So it kept going out and kept going out and kept going out. And just all of this trauma and damage was being done to my knee in the meantime, and I didn't know what was wrong. Finally, I got to a point of giving in to the idea of having to have knee surgery and just wanting not to have to worry about my knee going out anymore. Over those 9 years is what it really, really took for me to come to grips with having to have knee surgery. I fought it for the longest time, and then when it came time, I think I was mentally so much more nervous than I had been for any other surgery I've ever had to have. And this one was probably the least invasive I've ever had. The funny part of that is all of the hospital staff kept telling me I looked so calm. They did it all laparoscopy, so there's just little, I won't show you, but there's just little pinholes basically that they put the camera and the scalpel through, and they reconstructed the ligament basically that holds your kneecap in place. That is the reason mine was going out. I had completely tore mine and had nothing holding my kneecap in place. I have now forgotten what it was, but it's not that ligament. I will have to look it up again. I think one of the first things I kind of learned from going through the healing process of my knee surgery was expect the unexpected in a new process. Right after I woke up from surgery, while I was still coming to, I was in excruciating pain. They had given me stuff before I woke up and were just gonna check with me once I woke up to see what my pain level was at that point. It was almost waking me up. It hurt so badly. I don't know why. It really didn't do anything for me. And that was pretty consistent throughout the next 3-4 days. That looked so different. The next thing I kind of learned was every process is different. The healing process of healing from dislocating my knee actually looked way different from healing from knee surgery than I expected. I thought I knew kind of what it would feel like because I knew what trauma to my knee felt like. I knew what my knee being swollen and bruised felt like. I knew what having to ice it regularly was like, and I knew what trying to recover my knee looked like, but this was such a different pain and such a different thing to recover from. It had moments of feeling similar and other moments of not feeling the same at all. I was used to having my knee hurt for an hour regularly after I would dislocate it. And I'd put it up, ice it, get off of it as best I could, take some ibuprofen, and the pain would go away and I'd just be trying to get the swelling down and get the bruises down, but it wasn't that intense pain the whole time. The third thing I kind of figured out was that it is a process, so it takes time. I was used to being able to jump right back up on my feet from dislocating my knee a lot of the time, probably more so than I should have, especially the times it happened at the very end. I was so done with it holding me back, with it keeping me down, with it meaning I'm taking almost a week to rest my knee and not being able to do anything, that I would just jump straight back up and say, okay, I'm okay. I iced it, I rested it, it's fine. That was not the case with knee surgery. It took a very long time for me to fully get back on my feet, and even now, like I said earlier, I'm not fully back on my feet. I still cannot completely bend my knee, even though I have the normal range of motion that you need. Like I don't have to move my leg funny anymore, but I still can't like cross my legs completely comfortably yet, stuff like that. And I don't know when I'll get to that point. The fourth thing would be really, really listening to yourself and the way you're responding to the process and what you can handle. I tend to push myself farther than I probably should. I tend to try to just do stuff and just get stuff done, and that's not always a good thing when you need to rest. I got so anxious not being able to walk normally, and in the beginning not being able to really stand up for any period of time. It was hard. It was very, very hard. I had to do it. I had to figure it out. I had to just deal with it and remember I was going to have a really great payoff. And it is not easy, and I'm having to remind myself still not to push it more than I should and to listen to what my body is saying. The fifth thing I think I learned the most is to really let yourself enjoy the little milestones and keep the bigger picture in your head. For me, I have had to remind myself that those little victories are victories, and even the smallest victory is huge and an accomplishment. Going from not being able to move my knee, not being able to walk, to being able to walk, being able to move my knee somewhat, to then being able to try to finally move my knee, getting past the point of being in pain, and then to finally be at a point where I can walk completely normally, I can move completely normally for the most part. and just trying to get over the hurdles of going downstairs regularly, being able to completely bend my knee. Stuff like that is going to come with time, and keeping myself patient and remembering why I did this in the first place is what I really need. I am so happy about the fact that since I've had knee surgery, I have not had my knee dislocate once. And I have felt every single time my knee kept being pulled back in and stopped from going out. I cried the first time I felt that, because I finally felt like I could trust my knee again, that I wasn't gonna fall, it wasn't gonna hurt me, and I could trust using it. I could trust it holding me up and working the way I needed it to. And that's an incredible feeling, and something I never want to take for granted. No matter how long it may be of a process to getting complete use of my knee back, or using my knee in specific ways that I haven't been able to in a while. Those will all be frosting on the cake of not having to worry about my knee dislocating anymore. And I could not be happier about that. I hope this helped you guys in some way. I hope this encouraged you in whatever process you're going through right now. Everything is a process in life, and I am learning that more and more and more. So it was the 1-year anniversary of my knee surgery yesterday, so I thought I would use that for today's video because it is a really great example of the process and time things can take and the healing process. So I would love to hear your stories or your thoughts and tips and ideas in the comment section below. Please give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it and it helped you, and share it with everyone. Click subscribe if you're not already subscribed, and we will see you guys tomorrow. Bye!